Hey guys, Meira here. If you're like me and love to travel, whether it's across the country or overseas, you probably already know how frustrating it can be to land in a new country and not have any data. And when you're in a city like Berlin, trying to figure out public transportation, find your Airbnb, or just let your family and friends know you've arrived safely can be super annoying, especially when you're exhausted from traveling. That's actually why I started using eSIMs in the first place, and out of everything I've tried, Saily has been the most reliable and easiest one to use. I've used it across multiple countries over the last year, and the fact that it just works without messing with a SIM card tray or searching for a local store is a huge help. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how Saily works, what kinds of plans they offer for Germany, and what you should know about in terms of pricing, features, and any pros and cons. The goal is to help you figure out if it's the right fit for your trip to Berlin or anywhere else you might be headed to. And just a quick heads up, if at any point you're interested in trying out Saily, I have a 15% off coupon code for you. Just use the code GVUTech when checking out. That said, let's get right into it. Okay, so if you haven't heard of Saily eSIM yet, it's backed by Nord Security, the same company behind NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted names when it comes to online privacy. Saily is designed to make it super easy for travelers to stay connected, and it's honestly a great option for Germany, especially if you don't want to deal with physical SIM cards or pay crazy roaming fees. On top of that, they've also added some cool new features like ad blocking, web protection, and even a virtual location feature. So it's not just about keeping you connected anymore, it also helps keep your browsing a little more private and secure. Now, getting started with Saily is actually super easy, even if you've never used an eSIM before. You just download the Saily app from the App Store or Google Play, or you can do it through their website if that's easier for you. Then you pick your destination. So for this trip, you'd select Germany, and choose a data plan based on how long you're staying and how much data you think you'll need. And one of my favorite things about Saily is that you only have to install the eSIM once, unlike other providers that make you download a new eSIM for every country. Saily's setup works across multiple destinations. So if you're starting your trip in Berlin, but planning to visit other places in Europe as well, you don't have to reinstall or switch anything. Just activate it once and you're good to go. Now, the app also walks you through the entire setup step by step, and it only takes a couple of minutes. Just a quick heads up though, you do need Wi-Fi to activate your eSIM. So what I like to do is install it ahead of time while I'm still at home, and then activate it right before I head out or even at the airport. That way, the moment that you land in Berlin, your phone will connect automatically to the local network. No SIM swaps, no searching for Wi-Fi, and no stress. So Saily has a range of different data plans for Germany, so whether you're spending your time in Berlin or traveling between cities, there's an option for pretty much everyone. Plans start at about $5 for 1 gigabyte of data that lasts for 7 days, which is perfect if you just need basic coverage for things like checking maps, messages, or booking transportation. If you need a bit more data, you've got options like 3 gigabytes for just under $9, 5 gigabytes for about $13, or 10 gigabytes for about $20, all of which are valid for 30 days. Now, if you're someone who's always online, whether it's for work, streaming, or uploading lots of photos, you might want to go with a 20 gigabyte plan for around $26. But if you know you're going to be using a lot of data, like for watching videos or working remotely, they also have unlimited data plans. You can get unlimited data for 10 days for about $36, or go all the way up to 30 days for around $72, with other options in between like 15, 20, or 25 days. And just like with other destinations, if you're planning to explore beyond Germany, Saily also has regional plans for Europe that include Germany, so you won't have to keep switching eSIMs when crossing borders. And again, don't forget, if you're thinking about giving Saily a try, you can use my discount code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app. It'll get you 15% off your plan, which is always a nice bonus. That said, one of the things I really like about Saily is how much they focus on privacy and security. It's not something that you always think about when you're picking a data plan, but it definitely matters, especially when you're using public Wi-Fi in airports, hotels, or cafes. And so Saily actually has a few built-in features that help with this, like an ad blocker to cut down on pop-ups, which also helps save you data, plus web protection to keep you from accidentally clicking on sketchy websites or malware. And there's even a virtual location feature that hides your real location while you browse, which is just an extra layer of privacy that's nice to have while you're traveling. Another thing I found super helpful is how the app tracks your data. You basically get a notification when you're getting close to your limit, usually around 80%, so you're not caught off guard. And if you do need more data, topping up takes just a few taps in the app. It's super fast and easy. Also, Saily offers 24/7 customer support. When I had a quick question once about my plan while traveling, they got back to me really quickly with step-by-step instructions. It made me feel like I wasn't on my own if something went wrong, which is always nice when you're abroad. Now, as for the connection itself, I've used Saily in multiple countries, and it's always been fast and reliable, whether it was for using Google Maps to get around, uploading photos, or video calling family and friends. I've never had a problem. Plus, I didn't have to go looking for Wi-Fi every 5 minutes, which made things a whole lot easier. But just like anything, Saily isn't 100% perfect. For example, Saily is a data-only eSIM, so if you need to make traditional phone calls or send SMS texts, you'll have to use apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, or Telegram. But honestly, that's how most people communicate anyway these days, so really, it's not that big of an issue for most people. Another thing is, you do need to make sure that your phone supports eSIM technology. Now, most newer iPhones and Android devices are fine, but if you're not sure, it's worth double checking before buying a plan. Saily does offer a full refund though if your device isn't compatible for whatever reason. But still, it's better to check beforehand so you don't waste any time. To wrap it all up, if you're considering whether Saily eSIM is the right choice for you for your trip to Berlin, I would definitely recommend it. It stands out because it's so easy to use and very convenient. The process of activating the eSIM is super straightforward, taking away the common problems that happen with regular SIM cards. So overall, I have to say that Saily is suitable for international travelers looking for an easy and safe way to stay connected without having to worry about losing a physical SIM card. It works well with modern smartphones and gives you a stable internet connection anywhere you go. So if Saily services fit your travel needs, it's definitely a good choice for easy and reliable connectivity. And again, if you're thinking about giving Saily a try, don't forget to use my discount code GVUTech when you download the Saily app. It'll get you 15% off, which is always a great bonus. Anyway, that'll be all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. And of course, if you've got any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to let me know down in the comments below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.